I'm not teaching, I am publicly learning. Well, hi, welcome to Learning from Life in UK test part 278. We're doing just the end of a chapter. We started with questions later, but I think it is for places of interest. Okay, we did not have some questions here. So for leisure and places of interest, we're just trying to answer the questions at the end of a chapter. We had done the chapter in previous parts, and with all while we're doing shoulder impingement training. And if you participate in a shoulder impingement training, this is your own risk. And we're not really completely aware, we are still learning at. The last thing was that you're trying to remember that Hugh Hudson did in 1981 with the regie for Chariots of Fire. So we're not completely there with remembering, but maybe it's enough to understand it all. So we should check to understand some of the ways in which people in the UK spend their leisure time. Climbing, walking and sailing. But they had also gardening, and some people rented an allotment, some people, how they spend their leisure time. Yes, and also that some people go horse betting or gambling or betting in the national lottery, or that some people go into pubs or have pets. Let's go first and start. So some people do gardening, some people rent an allotment and then doing fruit and vegetables there, and some people go shopping, and some people cook and make food, and some people watch movies. We're still learning them. Some examples of them: there's a lot of comedy in the United Kingdom, which many people watch, and the main form of entertainment seems to be the television. Previous to that, it was. No, we don't know which one it was. It's just said the British Music Hall was very famous. Before, it was very common, and then the television became the main form of entertainment in the United Kingdom. And yes, there exists television and radio. There's one in Gaelic in Scotland and one in Irish Gaelic, or multiple even in Ireland. Some people watch radio, some people appoint meetings through social networks like Facebook or Twitter, or other things which had come in the last 15 years. And some people go to pubs or nightclubs, and they can eat there, for example, or drink. Some people vet, and places of interest. Some people maybe visit the Big Ben, maybe. Most people who care, I don't think so. Sometimes. Maybe once. Some people visit Edinburgh Castle. The Eden Garden can be one. It is more for tourism, or for the things which are the landmarks of the United Kingdom, but it's not with the people of the United Kingdom are visiting them every day. But it is a little bit different here with that lake, with Loch Lomond and in the Trossachs National Park, or with Snowdonia maybe also, but with here the Lake District. So they are visited also by the UK citizens because we asked for them, not for tourist attractions. Some of the ways in which people in the UK spend their leisure time. Yes, we still don't know the details, but yes. The development of British cinema. These are again these questions. These are questions which are transcendent to the information we have here. This is a question which technically can't even be answered. But if it can be answered, we need way more source than just that. They just mean what we have explained here in this book. Well, the first public show was in 1896. It became quickly popular. Britain is known for special effects, and there's many expertise in Britain for that. So many people who were actors or also other filmmakers in Britain are also filmmakers in the United States, and also the other way around. And for example, Alfred Hitchcock or Sir Alexander Korda went into the United States. He was the word eminent. I know the phrase for eminent threat. That means that it is right. It's shortly before happening. So I'm not completely new to eminent, but what could it mean here? Eminent directors included Sir Alexander Korda and Sir Alfred Hitchcock. What could eminent here mean? And yes, during the Second World War, there were movies to boost the moral, like In Which We Serve, but then also many other successful films with Sir Ridley Scott or Sir David Lean. Comedies were in the 50s and 60s successful. Password for Pimlico, Lady Killers, and the Carry On series. Many other important films, one of the most highest grossing film franchises, Harry Potter, James Bond, are made in Britain. And there are many famous actors, for example, Sir Lawrence Oliver, David Niven, Sir Rex Harrison, Richard Burton, and also more recent, Colin Firth, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Dame Judi Dench, Kate Winslet, Tilda Swinton, and the BAFTA is the British equivalent to the Oscars, Academy Awards. Some notable films, and that is it basically. There are some comedies, there are television, there are sitcoms, and about family life and relationships and work life also. There were one, for example, that was the week that was in the 60s, Spitting Image at Monty Python's Flying Circus. Did we ask for television radios? No, it isn't. There are many different television. Some are free. That means the TV license has to be paid for them, and other ones are paid with subscriptions. And there's one in Wales, there's one in Gaelic in Scotland, and there's some in Northern Ireland in Irish Gaelic. But BBC is the biggest broadcaster in the world, and it is independent from the government. There are many different radio stations. That's it. Let's do the complete how the UK government will law on your road. So we're getting a bit more to what is here for the day-to-day life. So the next two questions we gonna answer them in the next part, I think. So if you're here just for answering the last two questions, then you can go to the next part. Otherwise, you can also, at your own risk, join into the shoulder Patreon training. We're extending a bit of the shoulder before the part, and we're moving up, we're going back with the shoulders. Front, and back, up, front, and down. And the last one. And out front. And let's make another line. And now we're doing the word lifter. We're having long arms, hands front to fist, and we're turning the arms to the inside, so to internal rotation with the arms. We're bringing the shoulders together, down and together on the chest with the sky. And try to come further into these positions. And with the arms to the inside, shoulders back together, down, down and together. Now change the arms to the outside, the shoulders going still together, and down. And change the arms again to the inside, the shoulders down. And change the last time the arms to the outside, the shoulders down. And release. And a similar exercise, the arms to the outside, hands from the fists to bring them a little bit in front, and returning the arms to the front and the shoulders down, and together. So the arms in front and the shoulders down. And the arms are changing, the arms back, shoulders up, and in front. And now the arms in front, shoulders down, together. And now the arms for last time back, the shoulders up and in front. So the arms back, shoulders up and in front. And that was the exercise. Now shrug. We're lifting the arms up. And now the shoulders up. And releasing it all again. And if this exercise causes pain somewhere, then don't do it. Lift the arms up. Shrug the shoulders up. And release it all again. And again. The arms up. Shrug the shoulders up. And and release it all again. And the last time. The arms up, shoot the shoulders up, and release it all again. Now the press circle, arms together, and we're bringing them down and to the outside. And all we're doing is observing how scapulas are moving. So basically just passive observers or innocent bystanders. So the arms are going together, and to the outside, just observe the scapulas should open now. Also to the top open, now to the outside, always following the shoulders, and open to the side, open to the top, and that was the exercise. Now with sun tiger, you can use instead of the tennis ball, instead of the sock, also a tennis ball, leaving it at the outside, and letting it fall, and catching it again, and try to have a long arm. And on the other side. Long arm, let it fall, and try to catch it again. And it was the last exercise. No stretching. One arm in front. Shoulders back and down, putting the arm in, thumbs up, and try to relax the arm. Shoulder back and down, put the arm in, thumbs up, try to relax the arm. And the arm in front, shoulder back, down, put the arm in, thumbs up, and try to relax it down. And let's pause for shoulder and bench training. Now we're having 3 minutes. So the last film we wanted to remember was Chariots of Fire 1981, Hugh Hudson. And then there was previously Don't Look Now, it was Nicolas REG. Don't Look Now, Nicolas REG. Nicolas REG, Don't Look Now. And Woman in Love was Ken Russell. Carol Reed did The Third Man. And The Bells of St. Trinian's did Frank Launder. Last one was now Hugh Hudson, The Chariots of Fire 1981. Now the new one is The Killing Fields 1984, Roland Joff. The Killing Fields, Roland Joff. I can't really explain it yet, but it's something like, I know it's Roland Joff. So I'm just basically asking myself a question, but not a full question, that just The Killing Fields. And now I know the answer to Roland Joff, but I'm not thinking of the answer. I'm asking myself a question, basically, The Killing Fields, and I'm now not thinking. I know the question is, I should name now the director, but I'm just not doing it. I'm not thinking, I have the answer, basically, I can say it without thinking, and then now I'm not thinking. And then 3-4 seconds later, I have it without thinking, I just say Roland Joff. I don't have to think, because I know it right now, exactly. I don't know how it really works, but something like that is what I do to remember something. Because that is my, now how far I can observe it. I'm just asking myself The Killing Fields, and I'm not thinking. I'm not trying to think what it is. I'm just waiting. I know the answer, Roland Joff, without thinking. Because that's the trick. When you later, when in a year try to remember it, you're not going to think hard. That works also sometimes, but it has to be just there. So I know I have it there, without that I have to think. So I'm just asking you The Killing Fields. And I'm not thinking, I'm basically doing nothing. I'm concentrated, but I'm not thinking. And then without thinking, I just spit it out, basically, brought it up. I don't know, that's basically what's happening, because I want to publicly learn it. It doesn't work if I, for some reason, know it after a few seconds and other people not. I don't know, I don't understand it yet, but I keep you up to date. I thank you very much, and until next time.